WUSA 9 Weather Impact is sponsored by Morgan & Morgan.
Hey everyone, meteorologist Daniel Johnson here with the latest update to your forecast. We're talking about warming temperatures and conditions drying out. We had a pretty wet weekend, at least some of us did, but drying conditions ahead. For your Monday and Tuesday, temperatures warm into the 80s on Monday, likely the low 90s on Tuesday, so not too bad. Typical summer weather. Maybe we'll squeeze out a stray shower, but the best chance of that is west of the I-95 corridor. And then overall, you're going to need those shades and sunscreen, especially spending any time outside Monday and Tuesday, as we'll see the return to sunshine. And some clouds. It'll be a bit of a battle at times on Monday, especially early. We got to fight those clouds off. By the afternoon, we'll see a mix of clouds and sun with temperatures warming into the 80s. It'll be a bit muggy as dew points are elevated in the upper 60s for the day on Monday. Futurecast shows all the showers we had on Sunday sliding south quickly. Monday, we wake up to some clouds and some sunshine mix, temperatures in the 60s and 70s. By the afternoon, we're getting into the upper 80s. Futurecast is trying to show maybe us squeezing out an isolated shower. Again, most of those showers, if they happen, should stay west of D.C. We're back down into the 70s for your Monday night. Then we heat up into the low 90s on Tuesday with another day with a mix of sun and clouds. Overall, it should turn mostly sunny for the day on Tuesday. All right, let's talk about the heat. It is going to be extreme, it's going to be dangerous, and it might be record-breaking up and down the eastern seaboard. Right now, the heat is impacting the Midwest and portions of the Deep South. That's where you see extreme heat warnings, watches, heat advisories already in effect, but look what we see here in the big cities of New York, Philly, Boston. The National Weather Service already issuing an extreme heat watch days ahead of this heat wave just to get everyone prepared. Nothing in the DMV just yet, but that will change. We will likely be at least under an extreme heat watch warning or a heat advisory, so stay tuned. The records, we could break them. Temperatures forecasting to get close to 100 on Wednesday, but the record is 102. Probably won't beat the record that day. We're forecasting a high of 101 on Thursday, which will tie the record of 101 set back in 1898. Friday, we're pretty confident we're going to at least tie or break the record. We're forecasting a high of 103. And keep in mind, these are actual temperatures, not heat index values. So let's talk about the heat index. What is it actually going to feel like to the human body? Well, Wednesday afternoon, feeling like 105 in a lot of locations, and then it gets worse. Thursday and Friday will be the peak of the heat likely. Heat index values around 110 on Thursday, 110 on Friday, and then moving into the 4th of July, it continues with heat index values between 105 and 110. I know a lot of people have 4th of July celebrations. A lot of people are traveling on the 3rd ahead of the 4th. So here's the temperature forecast around the nation if you're traveling. 103 here in D.C. That's the actual temperature. Remember, 110 will be the heat index. And this heat wave has a tight grip on a good chunk of the nation from the central portions all the way to the East Coast down into Florida. So if you're traveling across a good portion of the country, you have to run into some heat. But the Pacific Northwest, hey, that's the place to be. Cooling temperatures, highs in the 60s and 70s. All right, it's America's 250th birthday. Let's talk about the birthday itself, July 4th. Yeah, it's going to be hot, dangerous heat. Temperatures near 100, heat index values near 110. A shower or storm is possible. That could bring some relief, but we're not very confident about that right now. What we are confident about is the dangerous heat. So, some tips. What can you do ahead of the heat wave? Well, have your air conditioning units serviced. Make sure they work. Make sure they're good. Have a plan in case you lose power. And also, you can look up the signs of heat illness just to be aware in case you do fall ill from the heat. And you can also look up cooling centers. They're going to be announced over the next coming days in your community, so you can look those up to stay ahead of the heat. During the heat, well, check on the elderly, children, pets. Never leave a child or a pet in an unattended vehicle. Wear loose, lightweight, light-colored clothing. Drink plenty of fluids. Of course, lots and lots of water. And if you're outside, find the shade as often as you can and take a lot of breaks. All right, here's your 7-day forecast. Monday, Tuesday, the calm before the heat. Wednesday is day one of our truly dangerous heat with temperatures getting close to 100. So a weather impact alert in effect. We keep that alert in effect through the holiday weekend. The peak of the heat will be Friday. The Nats are in town at 6:45. Please drink lots of water when you're at the game. Try to find shade if you can. That's going to be a pretty dangerous time to be out at Nats Park, but just stay safe and prepared. The 4th of July, it's still hot with temperatures near 100. We keep it near 100 Sunday. Maybe some thunderstorms could bring us some relief by the weekend. Stay tuned.
WUSA 9 Weather Impact is sponsored by Morgan & Morgan.